What is up? It's your girl, the Guiding Light Guru. Haven't been on this page for a while. So, if y'all hear the noise through the mic, embrace it, okay? You know how this go. I'm gonna get my cover under me, get a little bit comfortable in this thing, and stop moving so much so y'all don't hear all that background noise. Yeah, so back on the channel. Wow, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. So what I'm hoping to achieve is to just kind of teach about small steps. All right. I read the book Atomic Habits, and it talks about these small incremental steps towards your goals, and just taking small steps. And I actually have something written up here to say small changes yields big results, which is something I got out of that book. That again is Atomic Habits by James Clear. You can read that. Very good book. Very good for changing your daily habits as well. Any type of habit for that matter. But it talks about rewards and rewarding yourself and how habits are built and formed based off the reward that we get. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about. So today, I don't know if I made this video. I write down a bunch of things like in a notebook. And see, this is dated back in 21, but I don't think I ever talked about this on this platform. So yeah, let's get into it. So basically, we're gonna be talking about small steps to completion, because a lot of times we take steps towards creating things, but sometimes we don't finish it. All right, it don't come into completion. It don't come into fruition because we either stop or we do something to hinder us from allowing ourselves to complete it. So I'm just gonna get into it. It's no point in holding you up. No point in wondering where I've been, because if you follow me on Instagram, then you know where I've been. I always give updates there, and it's the Guiding Light Guru on Instagram. Yeah, so share this, hit the like button, and yeah, keep running this up, okay? So, small steps to completion. So, the question that I'm going to ask you is, why is it hard for us to act? Why is it hard for you to act on the things that you want to do? All right? When it comes to the things we want for ourselves, why is it hard for us to act? It's the doing. All right? The key word here, key words, doing. All right? It's the doing. It sounds good in our minds when we say, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. But when it comes to the doing, it's easier to talk about it. That's why I said right here, okay? It's easier to talk about it, but you got to be about it. Don't talk about it, be about it. You got to actually do it. We can talk all day long about what it is we want, what it is we want to achieve, but if we're not actually taking those small steps towards it, we're not going to see that reward from it. And that goes with my for instance, let me just use this as an example and then I'll continue on. So I started another YouTube channel, Glass House Maya. All right. And I was using the things that I learned in that book about Atomic Habits. And sometimes you're not going to be inspired or motivated to do the things you want to do. Hence, sometimes I don't want to get in front of the camera and record, but every week I show up in front of that camera whether I want to do it or not, and I do it, okay? It's not about motivation. It's not. It's really about your drive to get it done, okay? So you fail to act because either what you're doing, or I like to say the project, whatever you're working on, okay, becomes too overwhelming. It becomes too big to take on, too hard to do, or it's just in your mind you created this idea that this is too big of a task for me. I'm not doing this. No, fam. And so with that, you decide to do nothing. You don't act, right? And it becomes another task or something that goes incomplete. Now, this video is 5 minutes, so I'm going to talk a little bit faster because it takes forever for some videos to upload. And so I don't want this to take like 3 hours or more to upload. The longer the video, the better the quality, the longer it takes to upload. So, anyways, that's beside the point. I'm just letting y'all know for those of you who don't do no type of YouTube, okay? So, it becomes another task that becomes incomplete. And, you know, there's this feeling you get. There's this feeling that I get when I do something and I'm done with it. It feels like success. It feels like victory, okay? But guess what? You know, it's going to stay. Those things that you want to do, that you say you want to do, that you never do because you never act on them, it's going to stay. It's going to live. It's going to fester in your frontal cortex right here. It's going to be in the front of your mind all the time. I wanted to do that, but I just never did. Why? We can make up a million excuses why we don't do something, but at the end of the day, it's our actions that lead us towards the doing. There is a good chance that you might beat yourself up about it because you wish you would have done something, or you wish you would have had done it and haven't done it yet. There's still a chance for you to do it. But sometimes we find ourselves, we'll beat ourselves up about things that we don't do. I do that. I was doing that with my podcast. When I would miss an episode because I was doing something else, or I was just procrastinating or too busy to get it done, I would beat myself up like all day. Like, man, I should just go record something. You know, that would be in my mind like all the time. But that just makes it harder to get things done when you allow things to just sit, you know. So the first thing you can do is to focus on one thing at a time. All right. If you want to take small steps towards your goals, start with one thing at a time. All right. Y'all know I don't believe in that multitasking thing. All right. Separate the small tasks from the bigger ones. All right. So your small tasks are your short-term tasks, and your bigger tasks are your long-term tasks. So let's say your day looks like you having to, I don't know, wash clothes, do other things. Those are your smaller tasks. Those are things that you can complete in like an hour or less, or a couple of hours. You know what I'm saying? So your long-term tasks or goals would be the things that take a little bit longer to manifest. All right. Take a little bit longer to complete. All right. But you still take action towards those things each and every day. So that's what I'm trying to say. So if you choose to focus on the long haul, break it up into pieces. That's all you gotta do. Small. All right. Small steps, small actions. Okay. Small actions toward those little things. Break it up into pieces. Small steps, bite size, micro steps. And then you'll finally get it done. That's how I did when I was creating one of my card decks. I just broke it down into small steps. Like, I would do so many designs and the writing part a day. Like I said, I'm going to do, let's just say I'm going to do like 7 of them a day. And that should get me done in a week or whatever time frame. I would break it down. So, for example, if your project is to clean your whole house and that task feels too daunting or overwhelming, maybe clean a closet one day, a dresser the next day, the kitchen, the bathroom, etc. So break it down into smaller things. You picking up what I am putting down. Are you picking it up? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Okay? Do something every day until the task is complete, basically. And then in between, you can do some of the smaller tasks. In between doing that, do some of the smaller tasks. All right. So the point is, you got to get started to get done. For the people in the back, you have to get started to get done. Because if you're not doing anything, then it's never gonna get done. And that's with everything. And that's on period. period, make a habit of carving out. Make a habit of carving out time each day for your goals and dreams. This is very important that you take time out of your day towards things that you actually want to do in your life, that you want to grow, all right, that you want to build upon. Take time for that and be sure you do it every day, every day, every day. Be sure to incorporate it in your day every day. That's how habits are built. Habits are built on a daily basis, okay? You're not going to build a habit doing something once a week. Well, you can. Let me not say that. You can do something once a week, but as long as you're consistent with it. But real habits are things you do daily. That's how you get it ingrained into your body, into your mind, into who you are, all right? Habitually. And be sure you do it every day. I just said that, all right? You only need these things to develop a habit, all right? You need a desire, you need a skill, and something to get the habit started, all right? A desire, a skill, and something to get the habit started. 3 things. So whatever you have been putting off until tomorrow, next week, next year, till I got the money, till whatever excuses you make, all right? Create a plan. That's all I'm saying. Just go out and create a plan. You ain't got to go out. Sit down, all right? Get you one of these notebooks like I got and create a plan. Planning things out helps you get things done. That's why I journal every day and I set my intentions about what I want to do on a daily basis, because I know if I write it down and I say I'm going to do it, most likely it's going to get done. So create a plan with small steps and actually do it. It's the doing. It is the doing that makes things happen. Write it down so you can see your plan and get to it. It's real simple. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Write it down so you can see it, so you can envision it in your mind and get to it. There's a young lady who I met, and she's, getting into her spiritual self, and she was telling me that she wants to start a podcast, but she also told me herself, and she knew this. She was like, I'm afraid of what people might say about my voice. I just don't know what to talk about. She was giving me all of these things of why she wasn't doing what she was doing. And I just said, I was like, you just, honestly, can't worry about what other people think. You just got to do it. I get in front of this camera any kind of old way, and I don't give a hot damn about what nobody else think. And I give it to you how I give it to you. You know what I'm saying? My goal and intention is to help someone else learn something, okay? And improve your life. That's all it is. And if I can do that for someone, even if it's just one person watching this video, then my job is done, okay? And yeah, so I hope that you can make a choice to take small steps, even the smallest step. And that's what I told her. Hey, the first step could just be you downloading the app on your phone. That could be the first step. You don't need all this equipment. You don't need all that. I told her that. I said, you can just use your phone. I started with just my phone. If you've been following my podcast, and I'm about to plug it in, Vibe with Me High Energy Podcast, you know that I just started with my phone. And I still use my phone to this day. I don't use this mic. I just hooked this stuff back up today because I just felt inspired to come back to this channel. All right. And since I'm not currently doing my podcast at the moment, I figured I'd show y'all my beautiful face and just come on here and give you Little Miss Know-It-All vibes on this YouTube channel. So, yeah. That's going to be it for this video. We're looking at 15 minutes. But I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. And, all the other stuff, all the positive stuff, stick with it, Keep your head up. Keep your head above the water. Keep your thoughts clear and keep pushing. Peace.